This is your journal for your modeling fractions, adding and subtracting. So turn to your fractions tab. Okay, and you're going to title this Adding and Subtracting with Models. Adding and subtracting with models. Our example is going to be 1/2 plus 1/4. Our model is just going to be 2 rectangles this time, so I'm going to draw 1 rectangle plus another rectangle. How can I model 1/2? Under this first one, I'm going to draw 1 line to split this box into 2, and I'm going to shade in 1/2 of it, one side. How can I model 1/4 in this one? Well, I'm going to draw 3 lines going this way, 1, 2, 3. That cuts it into 4 equal pieces, and I'm going to shade in 1. Okay, now I need to figure out, I cannot add these together when their denominator is not the same. Their denominator has to be the same. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy this to this, and then I'm going to copy this to this. Okay, so watch how I do that. On this one, I'm going to draw 1 line going up and down. On this one, I'm going to draw 3 lines going across. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so if you look now, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 equal pieces. That's our denominator. If you count over here, it's the same. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 equal pieces. Then count up how many are shaded. In this one, I have 1, 2, 3, 4. In this one, I have 1, 2. Next, I'm going to draw my answer. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw a rectangle. I'm going to cut it in half because we already did that. And then again in fourths. 1, 2, 3. Over here, I know that I have 4 shaded in, so I'm going to shade in 4 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4. And over here, I know I have 2 shaded in. 1, 2. So I have shaded in 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 eighths. Okay, we're going to do one more page in our journal. It's going to be finding LCM. That is, LCM is least common multiple. Okay, in 5th grade, the way we do this is we use a ratio table. You have to use the ratio table because in 6th grade, you have to use the ratio table. So we're gonna use, we can just use our example from the last page. 1/2 plus 1/4. All you're doing is finding equivalent fractions. So the way we do this is you draw a line going this way, and we're going to draw 4 lines going up and down. 1, 2, 3, 4. right? And we're gonna write our fraction here, 1/2. Okay? I only start with the top row first. So if this is times 1, because 1 times 1 stays 1, my next one's going to be times 2. Well, 1 times 2 is 2. The next one would be times 3. In 6th grade, they like for you to draw arrows. You can do that. Okay, so 1 times 3 is 3. Okay, and then you would draw your arrow again. Times 4 is 4. Times 5 is 5. These are numerators. Okay, this is your numerator for 1/2. Now we're going to go to our denominator 2. We're going to do it the same way. Times 2. 2 times 2 is 4. Okay, draw your arrow. Times 3. I know that 2 times 3 is 6. Times 4. 2 times 4 is 8. And times 5 is 10. All of these fractions right here are equivalent fractions to 1/2. So if you are working on the emojis, color by number, and you're looking for equivalent fractions, you can do this and find all of your equivalent fractions for whichever one you're looking for. So I see that 2/4 is equivalent to 1/2, 3/6 is equivalent to 1/2. I can also see that 3/6 is equivalent to 4/8. We would do the same thing with 1/4. So what I would like for you to do is draw your ratio table. 1, 2, 3, 4. I want you to write in 1/4, and I want you to create the equivalent fractions in your ratio table for 1/4, and let me check it before you move on.